Hello everyone, I'm Maratrika Bhaumik and I welcome you all to another episode of Courts Today on LiveLaw, where we update you about all the important legal developments that took place across the country today. We will begin with developments from the Supreme Court and then cover High Courts and other subordinate courts. If you like our content, please do support us by liking and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Let's begin. After a marathon hearing for a period of over 10 days, the Supreme Court today reserved its judgment on a batch of petitions challenging the Karnataka High Court's judgment which upheld the ban on wearing of hijab by Muslim students in educational institutions. A bench comprising Justices Hemant Gupta and Sudhanshu Dhulia heard the matter. During the hearing today, Senior Advocate Amadi underscored that the state should prioritize the education of girls and further remarked, and I quote, "It is strange that the state, which should be concerned about educating girls, is concerned about discipline and is enforcing this, which can lead to denying education to girls. We have a slogan, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. Should it not be the priority of the state to ensure education of the girls rather than a misplaced priority on discipline which undermines autonomy and eventually results in denial of education?" We have made a detailed video on today's hearing, the link to which has been given in the description box below. The Supreme Court has observed that fixed-term sentences exceeding 14 years can be awarded in appropriate cases to strike a delicate balance between the victim's plea for justice and rehabilitative justice for the convicts. This fixed-term sentence can only be imposed by the High Court or the Supreme Court and not by the trial court, the bench comprising Justices Sanjay Kishan Kaul, Abhay S. Oka and Vikram Nath observed. The Supreme Court of India has observed that the tweets posted by Leader of Opposition Vijendra Gupta do not make it think of Delhi's Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia as a corrupt person. A bench of Justices Abdul Nazir and V. Ramasubramaniam was hearing Gupta's plea challenging the judgment of the Delhi High Court, which refused to quash the summoning order issued by a magistrate in the defamation case filed by Sisodia. The defamation case involved making allegedly defamatory statements about Sisodia's alleged involvement in corruption of nearly 2,000 crore in the building of classrooms in Delhi's government schools. The Supreme Court has set aside an NCDRC order that directed a hospital to pay compensation to a woman who delivered a child despite undergoing tuberculosis procedure. In this case, a woman underwent tuberculosis procedure twice, though both the procedures remained unsuccessful. She gave birth to a male child in 2003. She thereafter filed a complaint before the District Consumer Disputes Redressal Forum alleging medical negligence on account of the failed procedure. The Supreme Court, taking note of the law laid down in the decisions relied by the appellants, allowed the appeal by setting aside the NCDRC order. The Bombay High Court will hear tomorrow former Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray-led Shiv Sena's plea for permission to use the Shivaji Park ground for the party's annual Dusshera Rally. The court will also hear an intervention application filed by Sada Sarvankar, MLA of the Dadar constituency from CM Eknath Shinde's camp, opposing the petition. A division bench of Justices R.D. Dhanuka and Kamal Khata posted the matter for hearing tomorrow after the petitioner sought time to amend the petition and the Bombay Municipal Corporation sought time to respond. The Delhi High Court today reserved its order on Delhi Lieutenant Governor Vinay Kumar Saksena's application seeking a restraining order against Aam Aadmi Party and its leaders with regards to their corruption allegations against him. Justice Amit Bansal, after hearing detailed arguments of senior counsels representing the parties, said that the order is reserved. Delhi's Lieutenant Governor Vinay Kumar Saxena has filed a suit against Aam Aadmi Party and 5 of its senior leaders for accusing him of corruption while he was holding the post of the chairman of the Khadi and Village Industries Commission during the time when demonetization was announced in November 2016. A Delhi court today reserved order on the application moved by the Enforcement Directorate for transfer of the money laundering proceedings against Aam Aadmi Party leader Satyendra Jain from a special court. The order is likely to be pronounced later today by the Principal District and Sessions Judge Vinay Kumar Gupta. Appearing on behalf of the agency, Additional Solicitor General S.V. Raju told the court that having served as the Minister of Health and Jails in the city, Jain could influence the doctors and jail authorities and manage to get forged documents while seeking interim bail on grounds of ill health. The Kerala High Court today held that in the transfer petition moved by the victim in the actor assault case, the petitioner could not make out a case for an order for transferring the case from the Principal Sessions Court. Justice Ziad Rahman AA, while holding so, fixed a time limit which is to expire on January 31st next year for completion of the trial, and further directed that every endeavour must be made by the parties concerned to complete the trial within the stipulated period. The Bombay High Court has grilled a senior police inspector from Pune for his conduct in a matter pertaining to a woman lawyer's safety. A division bench of Justices Revati Mohite Dere and Prithviraj Chauhan were hearing two petitions filed by Advocate Noor Yaqub Syed, in which she accused senior Police Inspector Sardar Patel of failing to take any action on her complaint related to death threats issued to her. Some of them were given through social media. She further alleged that the police inspector had insulted her when she tried to complain. Justice Dhere remarked during the hearing, and I quote, "So you take cognizance of Facebook posts only when it is against a politician? Is this not a sensitive issue? When derogatory words are being spoken, doesn't it constitute an offence?" The Bombay High Court has ruled that an agreement executed by both the parties which contain independent terms and conditions, a mere reference to a proposal containing an arbitration clause which was unilaterally signed by one party, would not amount to an arbitration agreement coming into existence between the parties. Justice Manish Patale held that for an arbitration agreement to come into existence, there must be a document incorporating an arbitration clause or agreement which is executed by both the parties, showing a consensus ad idem between them. Thank you. Keep watching Courts Today on LiveLaw for more such updates. See you tomorrow.